Hello, welcome, fun people. Woo! So, today we are going over three really incredible tips on how to keep kids engaged while they're in the midst of distance learning. So, earlier this week, I actually created a just like an open survey trying to see what it was that you guys were struggling with during this time. And I posted it on Instagram as well as YouTube. And a lot of your feedback was laziness, kids just unmotivated to do anything. I also received like focus, like kids just not focusing. And so I listened to all your feedback and I wanted to help you guys. So I came up with three very effective tips that you can use while you're in the midst of distance learning. So let's get started. All right, all three of these tips are useful for both parents and teachers. So you can definitely use all of these tips. So the first tip that we're going to go over are brain breaks. So if your child is just on the computer, especially if they're on the computer for at least over an hour, they're like us. Like, have you ever been working and then you catch yourself periodically kind of checking your phone, and you're checking your phone because your brain needs a brain break. So kids need brain break. Really good things you can do with sound and movement. Put on their favorite song. Like they're in the middle of math and reading. Just give them a few seconds to listen to that song, get up, dance, get some of that energy out so that they can join back and be active with you. Go Noodle is a wonderful website. So gonoodle.com, it is free. They have all sorts of music that is perfect for brain breaks. They have lots of sound and movement. They show your kids how to do the dances. So definitely check out Go Noodle. The another thing you can do during your brain break is have them stretch. Like I know I do a lot of Dr. Jean, and she does a lot of stretching. And it just if you get your child just up, moving, stretching in the middle of brain breaks, that can help them focus, get some of that energy and tension out, but get them up and moving, even if it's just for 3 minutes. You can also turn this into a 5-minute workout. Woo! So 5-minute workout. So that is when you set a timer for 5 minutes. You turn on like a little at-home workout and just let them get out that adrenaline. And that way they can focus when it's time to hop back on the computer. So the second tip I wanted to go over today is DDT. So that is called daily downtime. So DDT, or daily downtime, is simply something that your child works towards every day. So they already know it's coming every single day. So after they're done with their teacher all day long, you're like, all right, so your DDT time is from, let's say, 4 to 5. So they get that entire hour to do like daily downtime. During that DDT time, you want to give them their favorite tasks. They can have a TV break, social time. If you think about it, at school, kids are used to socializing. We are social beings. We need to talk to people. Hi. So they need some sort of social interaction, some sort of way of talking or doing something that is not school related. So give them that DDT time, give them that daily downtime where they can go on and do whatever it is that they just want to do. Hi. So right now we're in the middle of 3 effective tips to keep kids engaged. So the first one was brain breaks, and now we're on what I like to call DDT. So with DDT, that's called daily downtime, and that's where they get uninterrupted time. So during this DDT time, don't interrupt them. If you tell them that they get their DDT time from 4 to 6 or for 5 to 6, don't interrupt them. Do not interrupt them. Like that is their 1 hour to do whatever they need to do during that time. Okay. And this also will happen after their teacher has given them instruction, but before homework time, it'll be kind of before that downtime in the afternoon. And that way, this becomes a privilege. So I know a lot of us are also working, and while we have kids at home, and or even in the classroom, and you need something to be able to leverage. So your DDT time, that is your something. You can say, all right, so I really want you to have your daily downtime. And in order to get that daily downtime, you must complete X, Y, and Z. And that way, children have something that they're working towards all day long, because they know that this is a part of their daily routine. And the more they do it, the more that they'll be used to. I get my work done, then I get this time of uninterrupted time. So if you're a teacher, try to see where you can fit in some DDT time. Of course, it probably wouldn't be an hour, but maybe 5 minutes of uninterrupted time where they can literally socialize. Let the kids talk. They're used to talking. You guys know how loud it is in the middle of a lunchroom? It's quite noisy because they're used to socializing, but give them that time in order to socialize. This also becomes a privilege in case you need to subtract some time. Maybe I wouldn't suggest taking it away at all. They need some kind of outlet, but it also does allow you to use it as a privilege. All right, this also will happen before their homework. The reason why is because so two reasons. Because one, they need to release before they're able to turn their mind back on, and they're actually able to be more productive if they've had some sort of downtime before they start on their homework. Because watching a computer screen is quite exhausting. So it gives them that little time in order to hit the road running and keep going. All right, so let's go to the third tip to keep kids engaged, to avoid laziness, to keep kids motivated, and that is rewards. So I'm going to break rewards down into two different parts, because rewards, coming from being in the school system, we are always going over how to do positive rewards. And so both of these things really can be done in the classroom and at home. Before you do, I know the first thing you might say was, I don't know what to reward. Like, how do I reward? You have to find out what kids want. So the first thing is, what are some of the things that you guys like to do online? What are some things that you like to do at home? Then take a list of whatever that child says, or, whatever your child says, or whatever the class says. This way, you know exactly what it is that you can use as a reward. So if they say, I like to play Minecraft, I'm writing that down. Minecraft, so some time for Minecraft. If they say, I like to go outside and ride my bike, take that down, riding your bike. They say, I just want to talk to my friends. Write that down, talk to your friends. Like, whatever they say, just kind of write it down, because that's what, y'all, that becomes our cheat sheet. And now we know what we can use in order to use as a reward. So the first thing you're going to do is take whatever you want them to do. So what is it that you must have your child do every day? What are some of those things that you want your kids to do every day? Thank you. Thank you. Yes, please like this video. Shout out to you for that. But write down what are some of the things that you want them to do. And then you're going to want to put it in a positive way of saying it. So, for example, if you want them to wake up on time or to stay up, you wouldn't say no sleeping in. Okay, so you don't want to say, all right, don't sleep in this week. You would say, if you wake up on time independently, that will go towards your reward. So you're flipping it to where it's positive. It's something that they want to do. Instead of saying don't use the chat box, you guys, these kids in this remote learning chat box, that's all they want to do is chat on the remote and talk about inappropriate things. So if you want kids not to use the chat box, you would say only use the chat box when answering questions from me. That way, it's in a positive way, and they're able to follow along, and they're more willing to want to do what you're asking them to do. All right, so there's two different types of rewards. There's daily rewards and weekly rewards. So same process. You're going to think about what it is that you want them to do, and you already have your cheat sheet of things that they want to do, right? So you know what you want them to do, and you know what they like to do. So you've already set yourself up for success here. So for a daily reward, you're going to do things that reasonably can fit in your schedule without it being a hassle, that they can work for daily. So that could be iPad time they can get on their app. It could be Minecraft time for 30 minutes. It could be a nightly movie that they get to watch. It could be end of the class dance time. Maybe at the last 3 minutes, the kids get to dance, and the kids that earn that reward get to stay on and do a little dance party. Something that can easily fit in your regular routine. That way you'll notice you're not kind of going out of your way, because if you feel like you're going out of your way, 9 times out of 10, you won't be able to keep up with the reward. And you want to think about the longevity, and you want this to be effective. So you want to give them something that they can actually hold on to. If you have any questions, please let me know down below in the comments, because we will be doing a Q&A at the end of this. All right, when it comes to weekly rewards, so this is something that the kids can actually work for on Friday, let's say. And when you think about a weekly rewards, there are a few different ways. Now, I personally love a good point system, okay? Like the good, easy point system would be 5 points a day, okay? So they're able to earn up to 5 points a day. And I would already have their time. Maybe 1 point for reading, 1 point for math, 1 point for their specials. That's like art, music, PE, connections, whatever it is. 1 point for science, 1 point for science and social studies, and 1 point for writing. However it is that you want to divide up your day, but they know that each day they're able to get up to 5 points. Okay? Follow me. So that means at the end of the week, they're able to get 25 points. Perfect. You already know what you have set up. You can even change this into money. If you wanted to like print out fake money or do a dojo, I love a good dojo, and dojo's free. So if you want to do a class dojo where they're able to get their points, that way it kind of keeps up with their points depending on how many kids you have. Yeah. So what you would then do is create a menu of what they can purchase. So what can they actually get with their points? You guys, we already came up with this. We already wrote down what it is that they like. So all you're going to do is take all of those things like the Minecraft time, the iPad time, the movie time, the dance time, whatever it is that they said they like, social time, time to ride their bike, and all you're doing is giving them a point system. Now, we're talking about kids. They're not going to have a perfect day every day. So you need to embed a little wiggle room. So maybe if a perfect week, they get to choose whatever they want to do for a day. Maybe that Saturday, they can do whatever they want to do. But realistically, allow things such as Minecraft time. I mean, who is that really hurting? Nobody. So if there's a week where they're able to get up to 25 points, then my Minecraft time might only be 20 points. That's fair. That means you might have had an off day or a few off moments throughout the week, and you feel like you still earned that Minecraft time. Okay, so you're going to literally correlate that list that you created of what they like to do with a point system, and that way they're actually working towards a goal. This also will help them with math, because they can keep up with how many more points they'll need in order to get a certain reward, and how many points they are away from certain rewards. So make it a fun math assignment. Another really good thing, especially if you're a teacher, are homework passes. Kids love a good homework pass. They absolutely love it. One thing that you can really do if you are doing homeschool, or if you're just at home with your child and you just need them on the computer while you are working, is try to let them work for a weekly field trip. And by weekly field trip, you can do, so I would do like if they had 4 out of 5 days, or if they did the 20 out of 25 points, But if that's too many, if you can't keep up with a point system, go ahead and do a 4 out of 5 day. But you have a weekly field trip, and you can do this virtually. If you are a teacher, you really can do this virtually. There are free online virtual field trips that you can go on. But allow the kids to do something different each day. We need a change of scenery, you guys. We need a change of scenery. So a virtual field trip would one allow them to just change up the location. They can have a virtual field trip to dinner. Maybe they get to choose where they do Friday dinner, or maybe they get to choose to go to their cousin's house or a park. If they could do a zoo, Chuck E. Cheese, hey, but some sort of virtual field trip, it doesn't have to be big, but kind of like think about what is realistic. Can they have a choice of where they want to go eat? Can they have a choice at what park they want to go to, or where they want to go, or who they want to invite over? If you're virtual, really cool thing, allow them to watch videos of like Paris, and they can dress as if they're going to Paris, and all your kids in your classroom are literally dressed up because their virtual field trip, they're going to Paris that day. Or the next week, they get to dress up as if they're going to Africa, and then they have a virtual field trip to Africa for those that won that weekly reward. So make it fun. Like, you can really do this whole weekly rewards thing and it not be too much to keep up with. I'm literally setting you guys up. You create the list of what they want to do. You create like some kind of point system of how they can get there, and then you make it fit into your regular schedule. I do not recommend doing monthly rewards because that's just too long. Like, kids are not going to be able to work for that if they know that they have to be good all month. Like, that's a really long time. They're not going to be able to see the reward. So definitely daily or weekly rewards are more successful because kids can actually wait a week, or they can actually wait a day in order to get their rewards. If you are a parent and you're kind of on the fence, because that's another thing that I've seen in my comments, and you're just kind of want to see, okay, you've been doing this remote learning, is really just not working for you. There is a free parent summit. I'm actually one of the speakers for the Parent Summit 2020. So I actually have that information down below in the description. You can definitely sign up. It will be from September 28th to October 2nd. So it actually starts tomorrow. And it's just like just a lot of different experts talking about homeschool, talking about public school, ways to keep your kids engaged. A lot of experts. So it's free. I would sign up. You can get more information on, homeschool, remote learning, ideas of how to keep your children engaged. But I did want to just jump on and kind of address a lot of the big concerns. I'm looking in the comments now to see if you guys have any questions. And hi, I love you guys. I'm noticing a lot of the same names. Thank you guys for being on. I hope all is well. Yes, please give the video a thumbs up. And symptoms are definitely motivating. I know that you are a teacher, so you 100% understand. There's the points. Oh yeah, I got a comment about my shirt. This is my new shirt. Woo. So I'm actually going to be releasing one-of-a-kind merchandise. So if it's already actually available on my website, everythingaja.com, so you can actually get your own merch before I officially drop it. But it is available already right now on my website. Do you guys have any questions? Are there anything else that you guys are struggling with when it comes to keeping kids engaged during remote learning? I know one other comment that I did receive when I did the survey was how to keep kids engaged while you are actually trying to do your job and work. And the same things can occur, especially using the rewards. Like, if you can do this while mommy is over here on the computer, you can work for this reward, and then you implement the daily downtime, and those will go hand in hand. So you have a daily downtime. While you're finishing up work, they are doing their daily downtime. So they can get on Minecraft. I really like the Minecraft example, but they could get on Minecraft or whatever it is they wanted to do. And then when they're done with their daily downtime, you are finished with your job for the day. And then you're able to spend that time helping them with their homework. Because a lot of these kids are wanting your help when it comes to their assignment. So if you literally like you're working and they're working on the computer, you guys are both doing your thing. After their teacher is done talking, you implement the daily downtime, which is literally giving them 1 hour of uninterrupted time. And after they're done with that hour, you're done with your work. And now you can actually spend that quality time with your child. And voila. So that's one recommendation I do give of how you can use these 3 things. Remember, the first tip of how to keep your kids engaged was brain breaks. Does anybody remember the second tip? See in the comments. I just went over it 1 second ago again. I'm gonna give y'all a second. But the second tip was not incentives. That was number 3. You're on number 3. Second tip was daily downtime. Like give them some time to socialize or play or game, non-academics related. And then the third time she's on it was incentives. And remember to make the incentives positive. That way they get they feel like they're working towards something. Well, all right. So those are my 3 tips of how to keep kids engaged. You guys are doing a phenomenal job. Like I commend all of the working moms at home trying to really push their kids. I commend all of the educators out here doing your thing online. All of the villages, the grandmas, the aunties that are watching the kids during remote learning. So I do want to thank you guys for all of your hard work and what you are doing in order to shape the future. Remember, if you want to do the free parent summit, it's also good for educators because there are a lot of experts on there about homeschooling and things. You can also, I know part of my session, we go over the use of worksheets. So definitely check that out below in the description. And if you want one of my amazing new shirts or hoodies, I even have masks. I actually have one here. So it even comes with masks. It says do everything the fun way, including teaching y'all. We got to do everything the fun way. That's also on my website at Everything Aja. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and see you guys later. Have a wonderful week. Yes to the wonderful week. And I will see you guys on Tuesday's upload. This week we are covering reading during remote learning. So that should be fun. See you later.